Bello salutes looters of Kogi State Paliatives for being peaceful and orderly at the warehouse. So far, there's been several discoveries of COVID-19 palliatives warehouse across some states in Nigeria. Today, the discovery occurred in the north-central part of Nigeria, Kogi State precisely. The indigenes were happy and glad they discovered the COVID-19 palliatives in the area of the state. Upon being discovered, they took to looting the relief items. Instead of attacking them with words and actions, the youngest governor in Nigeria, who's the governor of the state, His Excellency Yahaya Adoza Bello, took to saluting the looters immediately after the palliatives were looted. He saluted them, and this was made public through the State Commissioner's Information and Communications Honorable Kingsley Fanwo, who took to his social media page to inform the public that Governor Yahaya Adoza Bello commends the efforts of the Kogi State indigenes towards making the looting peaceful. And that is the thing. This is very gaslighting, because he's basically changing the narrative to make it seem like he's with the people, when in the first place you should have ordered the distribution of these relief items. That is the real question. So then people online will be like, oh yeah, he's with us, he's supporting us, he's commending us for the looting. And it's not looting. They're basically taking what is rightly theirs, which it was your responsibility to have distributed it across the state. This is highly gaslighting and toxic, and of course, these are the tactics he wants to play, so he doesn't end up like Sanwo-Olu and Tinubu, where they were on fire, but his turn is coming. Honorable Kingsley Fanwo noted that the governor was pleased with the orderliness that was put in place by the state indigenes. Well, first of all, the orderliness should have come from your team to actually distribute it to the people. Why did they have to find it out there by themselves months after the COVID-19 had gone down, the cases were down, and lockdown has ended? Isn't that a question you should ask? Of course, you can see all the pictures of them, basically taking what was meant to be given to them. And the word looting is highly gaslighting, and I think the whole word for this video is gaslighting, because these people are meant to have taken these. Obviously, I've just seen the pictures. This is basically the full statement released by the Kogi State governor. He says the Kogi State government wishes to express deep appreciation to the good people of the state who turned out at the state warehouse to share the remaining palliatives. Exactly, these were not remaining palliatives. You see, they're making it seem like, oh, it has already been distributed, but it hasn't, because they just discovered it and everybody went there. The remaining palliatives that were reserved for women and youth groups after the government had distributed the bulk of palliatives to the 21 local government areas. The report at our disposal showed that the local government authorities ensured the palliatives reached the masses and helped in ameliorating the hardship visited on our nation as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. We urge our people to continue to stand tall in public conduct, as government will always put their welfare on the front burners. The government of Kogi State also wishes to sound a note of warning to miscreants that all constitutional efforts will be geared towards protecting shop owners in the state, as any violation of law and order will be met. The report at our disposal showed that local government authorities ensured the palliatives reached the masses and helped in ameliorating the hardship on our nation as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our people should go about their normal business as Kogi State remains safe. Kingsley Fanwo, Honorable Commissioner for Information and Communications. That's what it has been said in the article. Well, first of all, what I have to say to this is that it's gaslighting, because we would have known and would have been speaking good of the government if they had done that, but they hadn't. They didn't do it. They're gaslighting and using the word looting as if they went in there and took it as if it wasn't theirs. Well, the first comment says, shame, why would you call it looting when the masses are taking what is rightfully theirs? God will expose our greedy leaders, and this is just the beginning. That's normal thing. When you are caught, you mellow down. The shame no fit leave this man. So yeah, the very funny statement by the governor, you were caught and there's just no excuse he could come up with. Exactly. Now you want to be with the people and saying, oh, I'm proud of the orderliness and the way in which you took what was rightfully yours because we were meant to give it to you, but actually we're hoping that you didn't find it because we wanted to resell it and make the money for ourselves. So in future, armed robbers should be orderly and peaceful. Maybe that's what we're trying to say, promoting, activity in the state. Maybe that's what he wants. Share one idiot and fake news. Nothing like this happened in the government erats. Well, I don't understand what this person is saying. Stealing cash is no more sufficient for them. They are now stealing palliatives that are meant for the people. Shame on them. Exactly. They've gotten caught, and I don't think like internet activity in terms of like Twitter, Instagram, social media is as relevant there. So I feel like with the whole of Nigeria, I think everyone sort of looks to Lagos and Twitter activity to make this sort of trend. But the thing is, if the people there in Kogi State basically attacked him on Twitter, maybe he would have run away, or attacked him in a way that they would force him and his name would be all around. I feel like the heat there is not as much, so he's trying his best, basically damage control. He's trying his best to be on the side of the people so that when they discover what has happened, they'd be like, oh, he was on our side. But Nigerians have shined their eyes and we are seeing all the tactics because they've studied us for so long and they have been repeating these steps and they've been working. But right now, at this moment when change is about to happen, this revolution, their tactics and gaslighting and manipulative orderliness will not work. APC made Nigerians hungry. Chai, what a bad government. If it is possible for these politicians to totally take food out of our mouth, they will have done it exactly. But then, when it comes to the elections, that is when their effort will come out. Then they are for the people. Then they will start criticizing the ones in the present government just to make them look bad. So when they get there, they will basically take on the baton and, continue the absolute rubbish work that they were complaining about. You don't have a choice than to salute them. Exactly, because imagine if he came out and said, oh, you miscreants, you did this, you did that. You think they would not come and attack him or anything affiliated to his name? I think, where you people are stocking all the palliative for your next election, because I don't understand at all. Maybe that is the thing. Maybe they were stocking this for the next election and be like, do you know what? Oh, wow, give your rights, vote for me. Absolutely not. And I feel like education is the main thing that needs to happen, because as much as the online community is trending and doing a lot of things, unfortunately, it's a small percentage of the total population of Nigeria. So as much as you're doing work online and protesting, the real work has to be done offline and on the streets, because we need to make people understand that voting for them is basically a huge decision, because they're deciding on the futures of their generation and theirs presently and their children's to come, because that's where the real fight is. I think illiteracy is one of the biggest problems, and it's not even illiteracy of like learning to speak English. It's just like the release from mental slavery and thinking that your pastor is right. You're not thinking for yourself. I think that's the education that needs to be put in place. You thinking of yourself, putting yourself first and thinking, is this the best thing for me? Not being gullible to what this person is saying, because you can be easily influenced. I think that's the main thing that needs to happen, for the next election to be the best thing, especially with the NSAS movement, because a lot of people are for the undisbandment of SARS. What a press release over peaceful looting. Yahaya Bello, your shame, they shame me. Well, put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.